The second part of the Replace Z tutorial is to show you why you would want to leave it on sometimes and other times you'd want to shut it off. Also, some quick methods we've created to make it easy to work with this feature. You cannot leave Replace Z on all the time. To demonstrate an area that you might get into trouble if you do, we're going to rotate this drawing into the southeast isometric. Now just imagine we had placed something on the drawing at 25 foot, and that was our current elevation. And I'm going to basically keep the Replace Z on. And we've set Replace Z on, and what this means now is if we go to grab a piece of duct, normally in isometric view, if I isolated an endpoint and I brought this duct over to meet this fitting, we should see the endpoint node, if our snaps are turned on, right there. However, here we do not. And the reason why is our current elevation is at 25 foot. This duct, its bottom is at 15 foot. PractiCAD would normally snap this duct to this fitting and it would pick up the elevation. However, Replace Z overrides that feature. So you can see here, if I zoom out, you can see that AutoCAD is actually holding a node about 10 feet above where we want to attach. So if we were in plan view and I actually clicked, we would go to place the duct on the drawing. Now here it's obvious in isometric that it's snapped to a node 10 foot above. But if we were working in plan view, we could see that by switching this to top, you wouldn't even know that these two pieces of duct are not attached. So when you're attaching duct to duct, Replace Z should be off. However, if you're snapping any entity to a background, most of the time you want it on. So this is a feature you need to turn on and off, and you want to be able to do it quickly. There's two ways that this might be available to you. First, if you happen to be using AutoCAD MEP, in the bottom right corner of your screen, about right here where my cursor is in the tray, there would be a little Replace Z button that if you pressed it, it would be on, and pressed again, it'd be off. If you have AutoCAD MEP, that's great. You can use that feature. This way, you don't have to go through the time-consuming task of right-clicking on the command line, going to Options, clicking on the Drafting tab, and then checking or unchecking Replace Z here. So that's what you can do with AutoCAD MEP. If you don't have AutoCAD MEP, you can also have a command automatic built inside PractiCAD that'll automate this for you. And the system comes with these automatics as a default. If you go to your automatic bin, you will see that you have a Z on and Z off button. And if you just click Z on, you'll see that in the command line, PractiCAD instantly types in the OSnapZ command. OSnapZ is the AutoCAD command for Replace Z, and it sets the value to 1 instead of 0. 1 is on and 0 is off. So if you hit Replace Z on, it puts it at 1. If you hit Z off, as I'm going to do here, it then puts it at 0. You can read in the command line. So this is an easy way to turn your Replace Z on or off whenever you need it. When you're going to snap to a background, for example, follow the exercises on placing grills and snapping to a background. That'll show you a time where it's very good to have Replace Z on. However, if you're attaching duct to duct, especially in the isometric view, having Replace Z on will prevent you from attaching it at the right place. So it's important to understand when to use it and when not to use it. That'll conclude the tutorials on Replace Z.